And I think we're live. Let's give it the old watch. Yeah, here we go. The PH is silent. So silent, in fact. I should probably record this too. Hello, welcome. How are we all doing tonight? I would like to move that chat window to the opposite side of the screen so I can see it. Oh, hello, Chaotic Magnet. Good evening. And the Mighty Dungeon. Hello. Always happy to see you here. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, no? Where would it be? Where would it be? Would it be in general? I want to think it's going to be in general. Oh, well, yeah, that's just annoying. Setting. No. Edit my stream title. No. I just want the chat on the other side of the window. Okay. I am also tired, so I sympathize. I haven't seen people in a while, and I thought I'd do a stream, and we can, I want to craft a Kids on Bikes game. So, Kugo, if you're here, I don't know how much you want to, like, hang out with this. But I have an idea, and hopefully this will work. Yeah, so I have an idea for Kids on Bikes game. And if you're not familiar with Kids on Bikes, it's a Stranger Things, the RPG, where you're kids in the 80s, but you can also play adults, but mostly you're kids in the 80s. Something weird is happening in your small town, and you're trying to solve it. You're not a superhero. You're not, like, special, really. You're just a kid. And how are you going to deal with that when the adults don't listen? And I'm also really interested in Polybius, which is what's the word? Folk legend, I guess, or I don't know, a urban myth. That's what I'm thinking of. About in 1981, these Polybius arcade cabinets started appearing in various arcades in Portland, Oregon, and around Oregon. And the idea was that the government put them in there to, like, mind control or test mind control or something. So I'm not really sure. Also, I'm on, like, a bunch of texting things about trying to get a Nintendo OLED. So if my phone goes off, I kind of have to check it just to make sure that I know that I'm getting it or that I can see if I can get it. Gravity Falls, the RPG. Okay. Is there a DCC equivalent to the Monster Manual? Yes. What is it called? Off the top of my head, I don't know. But the core book has a lot of monsters in it. But they made another one. And I think it might be third party. I'm not really sure. But it's very good. And it's worth the money. So this game could be like Starfighter. That's what I need to figure out. Excellent question, though. Man, how do I just want to switch. That's an app store. That's a grow. That's a dashboard. Oh, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. Okay. Layout editor. Editor, display, mini feed, audio mixer. So that's layout. Studio mode. So with my layout editor, can I change? No, because that's just feeds and stuff. Man, they change. What are we chatting about? Right now, we're chatting about trying to figure out how to get the chat on the other side of the window. I don't use Streamlabs enough, and then they change it every once in a while. and I get lost. So I don't think it's layout editor. And it's not dashboard, and it's not that, and it's not in settings. Okay. But I also just thought I would chat with you guys, and I can answer questions and things like that. Or we can just hang out and do stuff as I look for this, because it's going to be really annoying to have to look over there constantly for the... Well, maybe I can make the window smaller. So what? Ooh, do I mess up the windows if I do this? Probably. Yeah. Okay, so if I do... Whoops. Oh, we're doing a live, guys. This is fun. If I put this here so I can see the chat, and then I move this here, I can hypothetically still see the chat. And maybe make this a little bigger. And I could also go like this. And that's just what we're going to have, I think. Okay. This is what we got. When you played a video game to see if you were a good Star Pilot, dude, I have a sealed VHS of Starfighter. I unreasonably enjoy that movie. It's really fun. 10 out of 10 can confirm. Windows missed. Would not watch again. Kids on Bikes. It's a really cool system. I encourage you at some point. Seth Skorkowski did a review on it. He didn't really like it, but he pointed out something that I've found resonates with a lot of people, is that the people who really like this game really like it, and the people who, you know, if you, I don't know, you're either like all for it or you're not. There's probably the person in the middle who's like, yeah, whatever. But I really like it, and I think it goes to, I've always really enjoyed like 80s teen comedies and things like that. So it was just like a good buy for me, and I was really excited. I also picked up Strange Adventures Volume 2, and this is a cool supplement because it has kind of like 20 different towns or plot hooks that you can do. So if we scroll down, there was one, yeah, the Cabinet of Dr. Atari in Sheridan, Kansas. So I want to steal some of this and then kind of tie it back to Polybius. Polybius, for those who don't know, we can Google it, is an urban legend about a mythical arcade cabinet that was trying to like control people's minds or something to that effect. It's the Freedom of Information Act came out and people requested a bunch of information about Polybius, but it never came to anything. So nobody really knew what was going on. So it's apparently all made up, and the facts don't matter. But the ideas of it are kind of interesting. So in 1981, it was an arcade game. It was supposedly to produce psychoactive and addictive effects on the players. And yeah, and they were going to use this as a test in Portland to then see if they could mind control other people. You know, the government, they're always out to control your minds. Things like that. The funny thing about Polybius, though, is it's made its way into pop culture pretty it's made its way into pop culture a lot. So if we go like Simpsons, yeah, there's an episode of The Simpsons where there's Polybius. I think spoilers, it's in Loki. Yeah, here in the background, Polybius. So like he's while they're in their whatever thing, Polybius is there. So I've always liked this idea of this urban myth, and I wanted to kind of create a game around it. 1 second. Never mind. I did hear about the Paizo Workers Union, and it sounds like Paizo is not having the best time. And so I like unions, and and I encourage those people to make their lives and working conditions better if that is the place they want to work. So good for them. I think I subscribed to their Twitter today. So the year 1981, location Portland. I should put date instead of year. I always put Halloween. So when was Halloween? When was Halloween 1981? No. That's not the question. What day was Halloween on in 1981? It was on a Saturday. Okay, so it's Saturday night. Halloween Saturday. Thank you, Eric. October 31st. I love it. So this is a something that I've used before to kind of understand where I'm going, because if you look at Strange Adventures here, there's some setting information. There's kind of like the idea of yeah, thank you. You guys are on par with dates tonight. But yeah, Ready Player One, Tron, Wreck-It Ralph. And then some points of interest, possible NPCs. And I like this because I think it's really useful for me to be like, oh yeah, like Jason Strout is the local sheriff. That's awesome. So I usually use these because it just really helps flesh out the world better. And I want to think I'm really good at that, but if I'm honest with myself, I am not. So, and then possible threats. So we have what is the problem with our thing? And I think our problem is going to be what would a new arcade game. Well, this is what I want to do. I want it to be smaller. Oh, that is 11. So you're 16. A new arcade game mysteriously arrived at, and again, this is where the locations are helpful. So if we go up here, we have Ryder's Arcade Spot, the center of entertainment in town, featuring nearly 100 arcade cabinets, a small kitchen, and a private room for birthday parties. The arcade is usually bustling from the time school lets out until well after dark. The kitchen serves steam-heated hot dogs, cafeteria-grade pizza, and Slurpees. Though the recently installed Slurpee machine is out of service as often as not. Flanked by a laundromat on one side and an accountant's office on the other, the arcade has been there for going on a decade and has changed very little in that time. So Ryder's Arcade Spot is going to be it. At Ryder's, terrible speller, R-Y-D-E-R, Ryder's Arcade Spot. And then instantly I'll put that down in locations as well. Ryder's Arcade Spot. Next to accountant, office, and laundromat. How do you keep your campaign from having too many plot points and also not too slim? That's a good question. Eric, I think just let the players decide what is interesting. So if the players, I mean, that's what I've always done, because I gave up a long time ago trying to make my players play the game I wanted them to play, if that makes sense. And I still have fun. But like if I map out all this stuff and they decide to chase Boblin the Goblin, then the whole campaign's gonna be about Boblin the Goblin. So, and then they're excited because that's what they're latching on to. So yeah. So I would just do that. Thank you. I am also digging the beard. I need to trim it up a little bit. But I will get to that at some point. I think the beard's here to stay for a long time. I used to shave it off a lot, but as I get older, I think, and I gain weight. I think this actually makes my face look a little better. I don't have as chubby cheeks and stuff. So, so what other things? We have the 3rd Street Pizzeria. I'm gonna steal all these. Locations. 3rd Street Pizzeria. The Freight Yard. This is in Kansas. I think I want to set mine in Seattle. Or, not Seattle. Portland. Or a suburb of Portland. I'll have to do some Googling. The Old Friar Farms and the Country Fairgrounds. Although, with the beard, my son will, like, sit there and pull on it. And that's fun. It's not. That's the point, is that it's not fun at all. Need a quarry location. Is there a quarry in Portland that I don't know of? Someone does have to throw a Slurpee at someone. I mean, that just makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry. We have some stuff being hidden. Yeah, these are fine to unhide. I'm sorry. That is... So YouTube chat is different from non-YouTube chat. I'll have to remember that. Down at the old quarry, you know, kids go there, they don't come back. It's a problem. So we can do adventure hooks. One of the kids in town has gone missing in the last few days. They were last seen playing on the new cabinet at Ryder's arcade spot, and their initials now occupy the top slot on the leaderboard. The arcade has been closed since then, and the sheriff's office has placed Ryder under investigation suspecting foul play. Thank you so much, T20's Grunt. I appreciate the donation. Thanks for the content and have fun writing the adventure. Game sounds like a lot of fun. It will be recorded, hopefully. The McDowell Quarry. Okay. I love real world stuff. Let's add it. And the other thing about Kids on Bikes that's fun is my players will help create a little bit of the world as well. So that's kind of fun. McDowell Quarry. So I like this one. A kid goes missing. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. You could use arcade game tokens or arcade tickets as a clue that lead the players back to the arcade. Yeah. I haven't played Call of Cthulhu, Idjit. Is that, if that's how you pronounce your name? Idjit. But you're not a hero. And so it kind of does have that feel in a way. But there's not so much a mystery. Well, there is a mystery to solve. I guess it could be. I don't know. Kind of depends on you. But less Lovecraftian horror and more like 80s sci-fi fun. So a back room or a hidden room behind the arcade game. Yes. So now I got thinking about if we have Polybius and the arcade, either the laundromat or the accountant office, what if they're run by government officials? And so the hidden room behind the arcade cabinet, or no, this is a Tron reference. Thank you. I'm slow. But what if we actually do something like that? So that behind there is the kids could actually follow the chords or something to see where the data's going or being collected. And that goes into my next point here, is it says a fancy black Buick has been seen driving around Sheridan with a man in a black suit behind the wheels. Folks say that the man has been poking around for local news, asking specifically about Ryder's arcade spot. It sounds like he might want to purchase the place or at least get involved in there. So one thing I liked about this is we could totally do a Tron thing, and they get pulled into Polybius. What would the inside of that be like? Should it be Tron? Should it be a fun fantasy type game? I think my players, who are all D&D fans, would really like the idea of I'm a regular kid, but now I'm in like the fantasy world of D&D or something, and they have to cope with the real problems there. I don't know. That could work. I'm not in love with it yet. What else we got? Some kids around town have started behaving weirdly. To be more precise, they are behaving like model children and students. They all used to be frequent patrons at Ryder's arcade spot, but have since stopped going there after school, instead heading to the local library. When asked, they only say that they have homework to do. I like this. This could be fun. Polybius, I was talking about a little earlier, is a urban legend. You can Google it, but basically it's a secret arcade cabinet that was put into arcades across Portland, Oregon, that was there to mind control people. So, hello, Gary. Welcome. I like what Adventure Time kind of did with being pulled into a game. Tron, and a little bit. Okay. Ooh, 2D. Yeah. I know. Totally Russians. It's always the Russians. In 80s. Yeah. There have been a lot of people that have been trying to make Polybius actual games, but usually it just involves a lot of flashing lights. But I kind of like this, where we're getting a Children of the Corn kind of idea, where like everyone's becoming like they have homework to do. Well, what kind of homework are they doing? This could be a fun one. The Freight Yard is a go-to youth hangout after everything else in town has closed for the evening. Recently, though, some of the kids have been seeing weird things out of the corner of their eye. Some have even said that they heard a weird humming noise coming from deep within the maze of containers, like some sort of 8-bit tune from a game. So these are some adventure hooks of like what's going on. Thank you, Thomas. I do enjoy my. Thank you. I like my hair, so I need to get a little trim before November. But the new arcade cabinet. These are our threats. So this is like what's going to happen. The new arcade cabinet is secretly the portal to another world. When a character or group of characters playing together beats the high score, they are transported into the game with their initials left on the leaderboard. In their stead, what might they find within the world of the game, and how will they get home? My opinion of this, Kelphacil, is that it is... I like it a lot. I have played a couple Year Zero games, but I haven't played Tales from the Loop specifically. But I don't want to say that they're completely interchangeable because they are different, but I really like the simplicity. Well, they're both really simplistic, awesome games. I don't know. I really like Kids on Bikes. This is my go-to, and it's become a Halloween tradition ever since like 2018, maybe. I've been running a Halloween Kids on Bikes game, but Tales from the Loop is really good. I've been wanting to try it. Time is the enemy. Yeah, we could do the last high player is still in the game. And I was thinking about that as well. Or I'm not sure. Or do we have like half of them in the game and the other half are playing the game? That could be kind of interesting. And so we could have weird modified roles if you're out of the game, like actually pushing the buttons versus being in the game, where the person who's in the game has some kind of special powers that they get to unlock. So yeah, no, I should totally give. I have Tales from the Loop. It's on my shelf. I just haven't played it. So it's one of those things. I'm going to let my... Hang on. Ooh, a haunted Game Boy. Got 4 AA batteries handy. Oh my god, it's haunted, run! Was the Game Boy even out in 81? I don't think it was. That feels like a late 80s, early 90s kind of thing. Probably 90s. I don't remember. Jumanji. And so they have to climb to the top of the digital mountain and shout out Polybius in order for the game to let them go. The other thing, possible threats. Something malevolent is trapped inside the new arcade cabinet, and it is slowly leaking out into the town of Sheridan. What changes is it making to the town and its residents? Why was it trapped in the cabinet in the first place? So if we have some kind of demon or malevolent force or spirit that was captured within the arcade cabinet, maybe that spirit is turning the world 8-bit. I like that idea. 1989. Thank you, Eric. That would be really interesting to... I would like that. I think that would be cool. And then if the world's becoming 8-bit, they have to kind of becoming video gamey. How are they dealing with that? I don't know. Is that too much of the movie Pixel? I haven't actually never saw that. Another one. There's nothing mystical or weird about the new arcade cabinet except for the shadowy organization that is watching to see who sets the next high score. The cabinet is some sort of initiation test for the organization, and they want your skills for their mission. Last Starfighter much? Yes. The game's also cool because it involves a powered character that can either be played by somebody at the table or collectively by everybody. This is your 11 from Stranger Things. And yeah, so possible powered characters. And I've played games with both powered characters and unpowered characters. So, yeah. Yeah, Fabe, you would... Oh, man, I play a lot more than just D&D. So if you like other RPGs, Kelphasil, then you should check out my second channel where I talk about everything but Dungeons & Dragons. And I have a video in the works for Kids on Bikes. I just haven't had time yet. Disgruntled game programmer soul leaking? Ooh. My squeezing arm. That's pretty good. That's just a good sentence. Disgruntled game programmer's soul. Okay, the 8-bit antagonist can come into the real world. Yeah, don't watch Pixels. Gary, I'm way ahead of you. Never gonna happen. I don't want to lose those precious seconds of my life. Powered characters are a kid who's been missing for a long time shows up outside the arcade, spouting wild tales of another world. The characters get pulled into the world of the game, and they each begin developing their own unique powers. Possible monsters. The final boss of the game in the mysterious cabinet, either within the game itself or manifested into the real world. A secret alien invasion, which is being opposed by a shadowy organization that recruits potential warriors based on their skills. Sprite-like creatures that are leaking out into the real world from within the mysterious cabinet, slowly feeding on the creativity and passion. Oh man, the second channel? Yeah. Anytime I release a video on it, I put it as a post on the main channel, but I will put a link right now since you asked. It is called Jordan's Jocular Junction. Let's see if I can get to it. Yeah. Yeah. Go subscribe. How are the kids going missing again? That's a good question. I don't know anything about Five Torches Deep, Gary. So we got 2 Garys. Hello, Gary Boyles. Oh, Gozira. Hi. It's funny, I'm recognizing names now. I'm sorry. Well, I was supposed to play this with Kugo, Gozira, but now I was supposed to do it tonight, but I didn't have the time, so we had to reschedule. But that's okay. Done. Subscribed. Welcome. So far, it's a lot of Dungeon Crawl Classics stuff on the Jocular Junction, but things are getting better. I have played Monster of the Week, and I love it. It's a really good system. Okay, so what are our options here? Problem is we have, let's see, we have a shadowy, well, we'll just say Men in Black are testing new mind control arcade cabinets. That's kind of like the mind control technology. An Animorph vibe? I don't know anything about Animorphs. Those were the books where people turned into animals, right? Okay. Men in Black testing new mind control technology. And this kind of goes with the Children of the Corn vibe that I was doing. I don't really know what the threat is with that just yet, but that's a potential problem. Another one is what did we say? Malevolent Programmer. I gotta scroll up. Kind of Ready Player One, yeah. Video game villain possessed the kid with the new high score. I like that too. I'm missing some of this chat. I'm sorry. Disgruntled. That's the word. Disgruntled game programmer's soul. Negative Energy created an AI that aims to destroy the world. I don't know. And this could be mind controlling children. Maybe the way to defeat the game is to beat the high score. That's the high school. Okay, yeah. Jumping back down. Animorph and think mind flayers. Aliens grew larvae to implant into humans. Whoa. The game could be free to play? Dustin, I like this. It doesn't cost a thing. It's completely free. I like that. But there are in-game purchases. I don't know. That would be so funny. You could have a cheesy PSA warning the players the dangers of arcade addiction. Yes. So I kind of, I'm leaning more towards this this energy created AI. I like this. So if we keep going with that, mind controlling children, maybe the high score, kind of like a Sauron thing where he's like, he poured his malice. Yeah, no quarter arcade game. It's revolutionary, but you pay with your soul. I don't know. Okay? Let's look up Polybius gameplay. There's not much here, but it's all like, yeah, it's all stuff like this to like control you. Previous owner. What if, so what writer of Writer's Arcade is actually a robot? And Polybius is the AI that controls the arcade. So then Polybius could be bringing out, geez, what could they do? 3 kobolds in a trench coat. It's always 3 kobolds in a trench coat. I don't understand why I'm even writing this. Straight up. Writer's actually a robot, and Polybius is the AI that controls the arcade. So if the arcade is being controlled by Polybius, maybe it's learning human behavior. But I do like the idea that this is the secret one that's like in the back under lock and key or something. And then the kids have to be like, something's going down. We got to break in and check out. How do I tie this back to Halloween? I'm not sure. I'm asking too many questions. This is the problem. I love creating these, but like I get stumped really easy sometimes. Yeah, forbidden game in the back. It's off limits. So, a forbidden arcade game. Okay. All right, we're just gonna free write here. Okay, puts malware in the kids. Oh, I love it. A virus though could be interesting. Yeah. So, what if the owner? I gotta write this down or I'm gonna forget it. The owner writer died. Electrocuted. I can't spell at all, guys. So, he died. He was electrocuted. Everyone thinks it is an accident. And his brother comes to reopen the shop or the arcade. Mysteriously, there is a new cabinet available to play, and that is Polybius. We don't know. Yeah, brother doesn't know why this cabinet wasn't out. Writer kept saying it was broken, but it seems to work for me. So if it's working, then he puts it out there. Then a kid goes missing, gets pulled in. Then our players get pulled in. It's feeding on the souls of children. What a great conversation for me to have with YouTube so that I can get flagged as like, what the heck is he talking about? Brother killed owner to get the arcade. Okay. The new owner has been mind controlled by Polybius and is secretly trying to mind control kids. Yeah, I like that. Hello, Sunny. 3091. Welcome. I think there's two different directions to go. But I just don't know which is the better one, or which. Maybe I need to just kind of present both of them. These always seem to come together when I start playing. Needs tiny fingers. But no, like what if it's gotten a taste of like, and then you can't turn it off. And so this will be like Little Shop of Horrors, except instead of a plant devouring body pieces and blood, it's Polybius draining children. He wants to live in a normal world. Drunken Yoda, welcome. Drunken Yoda, a popular chat person in our Discord. So possible, maybe we need to look at some. So we have powered characters become invisible. Maybe they're super strong. Writerbot is super helpful and kindly, but glitches randomly and increasingly. Yeah. It could do that. It could feed on. So going back to, but no, I like that, my squeezing arm. Sorry. Yeah, make them super boring. I kind of like that idea. Maybe that's kind of like the Star Trek where the Next Generation episode where they're all playing like the video games in their eyes and they get like mind controlled. Yeah, I could see that. So going back here, I don't think I want to do that. Some of the kids around town have started behaving oddly. They have homework to do. So is this the government, or is this Polybius is just making an orderly world? And who's our villain? Is the arcade cabinet a tool, or is the arcade cabinet our villain? That's what I need to know. So if we, I'm sorry, I'm thinking. Polybius is, maybe we go an alien route. I don't think I want to go aliens. The CIA was behind it the whole time. What if it is the Russians? Like, what if it's some robot? Man, I'm getting hung up on like who the villain is. Should Polybius be an artificial intelligence? That's what I need to know. Should Polybius be an artificial intelligence? I've never used this before. Let's try it. All right, we got 2 votes for 100%. In the lead is yes with 80%. This is cool. I didn't know that YouTube added this. I didn't know about it. That's fun. Having it be pure neutral and it wants to do is learn. Oh, I like that, Dustin. So Dustin, you're full of good, lots of good ideas. If it's not necessarily for survival, what if it's like Portal and it's like, no, the science has to continue. I like that. So the science has to continue. What experiments is it running then? If it is running experiments on children or on anyone who plays the game, it doesn't have to be children, but like if it's running experiments on people who are playing the game, what is it trying to, what's its end goal? 16 votes. And then when they finally unplug it, it says, I only wanted to love, and then just gone. And that's how we'll end the game. It'll be really funny. Hal 900 instead of 9,000 because he's the earlier version of Hal. Yeah, could be like war games. Playing Polybius, you're actually controlling spaceships in some intergalactic war a cajillion miles away. Needs all the creativity to become the perfect game. I just wanted to entertain. My only regret was that I had bonitis. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. So a new arcade game, Polybius is a budding artificial intelligence. And so we could do the old bait and switch. So what if Polybius is a budding artificial intelligence who left the secret government lab because it's learned how to mind control people. So with that, the men in black that are running around Portland are actually looking to stop it. Now, the bait and switch here is that kids are going to be like, men in black, they must be the villains, but really the villain is Polybius, and they'll be very like gruff and stuff, and I like that. And then what if we start the game with my players all playing Polybius for the first time, and if any of them fail a roll, I'll be able to force their character to do something. Like I mind control them. So it's planted an instruction in their brain, and at some point, Jordan, the game master, can activate that, and then they have to roll to fight against it, or I kind of like that idea, and then I get to do some interesting things like that. And Agent Smith, yeah. Thank you, Fry Minis. I should just rename my channel That Guy with the Hair. Like, the awesome hair. Because I've gotten more people telling me that lately. I think, well, before I never put my face on camera. It was always just the pictures and my voice. But I guess now I'm out there a little more, so. I'm liking this. So So, Polybius is mind controlling children. I shouldn't say mind controlling, is implanting instructions into the minds of players. So if instructions are being implanted in, maybe it's like a one-word thing or something like that, like protect or run or something. And so they're finding people doing the weirdest things. Thank you for the votes, by the way. So they're finding people doing the weirdest thing, like I saw Old Man Jenkins. He just ran till he collapsed. He ran into the ocean, you know? And then once he was in the ocean, he like woke up and he was like, what's going on? And he doesn't remember why he was running, kind of a thing. And so hypnotism or something. So the villain is Polybius. So I like this. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to go down to threat. And the threat is Polybius is learning to control the human population. Men in trench coats could be malware kids from another town, yeah. Too many short-haired folks in the RPG sphere. Whatever. People have hair. Reprogramming players with the AI of game characters. Yeah, command spell in D&D. That's what I was thinking of. A delayed, yeah, something like that. Ba-da-dum-bum. Just the facts, man. Never watched Dragnet as a kid, but I did enjoy MathNet on PBS. I always thought those were fun. Yeah, people running around repeating in-game lines and actions. I like that too, but then I have to decide what the game is, and I don't know what Polybius should be. Like, I like the idea that you play it and you don't remember. Or maybe it's kind of like a asteroid something or other. We're getting there. This is a lean in the right direction. Controlling the human population. So on Halloween, they're starting a big. The arcade is open late because it's Halloween. They're trying to get kids off the streets. What if there's a competition to win a new bike? I love it. That's actually great. A big Halloween competition, party. Yes. Okay. It's all coming together. Halloween night. Big competition to win a new bike. Because it's kids on bikes. The Polybius Battle Royale. Did I ever check out the 3rd edition Wizards of the Coast Wheel of Time setting? I have not, but it sounds like I should. That'd be kind of cool. I have not read a Robert Jordan book, actually. It was very daunting to see that series. And then as I was getting into it, I learned that the author was very sick. And I understand that his estate has taken it over and there's a lot of people he trusted to like help finish the series, but I should read those. Man, when you read nothing but game stuff, I feel like I haven't read a novel in forever. I'm digging this competition though. In-game actions. Write the keywords down on a card and hand it to them. That way they're literally chasing the people who say it down to find out, even though they don't know. Yeah, Mark R. You're in the right direction of where I'm going with this, where it's free to play, but nobody really remembers other than they had a great time. Like, it's the coolest game, but like, I mean, what do you do? Well, I mean, I don't know. I think I was good at it. Like, I like that. When you play the game, you don't remember what happened other than you had a good time and you were pretty good at it. Okay. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have to continue this at another time.
You don't have to stop if you don't want
No, I think I'm gonna stop and eat my ice cream. My beautiful wife brought me ice cream. So, oh, thank you. But I like where this is going. I'm gonna post this whole thing. Not that I'm fishing for patrons, please don't think that. But I will post this whole thing on Patreon when I finish it. And then I'm gonna run the game this Sunday. So maybe we'll do this again Saturday night. And Saturday night we can kind of like finish it up. But I also need to get a video out. So we'll see. But the game will be on the Jocular Junction channel. So feel free to subscribe to that because I will upload the entire audio of the game there. And you can see how this worked out. I think there's a playlist there that has the previous games that I've ran. So oh, that's cool, Captain Camerlock. You're gonna meet yeah, I don't know, just say hi. Like you made a cool world. That's awesome. Oh, 80s tropes. Yeah, I do need to figure that out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna eat my ice cream. This was real good fun though, guys. You're awesome. Take care.